all of the eyes of Chicago after I made my last video after returning from Walmart. All of the eyes of Chicago was CPS Uptown, which was a community that was free from CPS, Stylo, Ariel, Mac Lesbian. It was free from CPS. But as I came from Walmart, my eyes were full of bulges behind my magistration of reflection of my eyes. And like how you categorize Lauren London and even Ross and Corbin Blue and Chris Brown, how you categorize them in your eyes. The Satanist said, we see those eyes and they were sneaky with it. But God said, I reward the true, Maurice. I reward the true. So the essence of the eyes consisted of my individuality, all of ATL and Mac Lesbian before Combi, and being my mother's son before Michael Jackson mirrors, long before Leather Jacket, long before Black Hole, Virginia, which had a lot to do with my image, but it also had to do with the seer system and my reflection and all the unknownness and talent of my brain that it could create, that the niggers and the Satanists said we see, not even including my heart for a girl. But they said who? Not albinos, not albino girl, not Mac Lesbian, not E-Money, but Beyonce. But if not Beyonce, then who? It was an empty Walmart of Arabians and Jews. But World War III, as I had my reflection mathematics breakthrough yesterday, but I can't remember it all. But I have my 710-8-2 heaven breakthrough. So I was the smartest man. Like my eyes were Pilar. They were the most handsome eyes. And that's why I was so smart. But you couldn't see it in my Coach Jones reflection. You couldn't see my heart. But they cried out, we see him. But 2009 was an athlete that was unknown in basketball. But this was long after that. In 2019, the same Satanists were trying to make the same claims against my soul as 2015 before Combi. In 2012 before Rapunzel. But woman was the essence, and not just any woman, but the woman in Morris's eyes, that the nigger said, we see these eyes. These eyes of leisurely, these eyes of reflection, these eyes, as I had the breakthrough at Target, I caught Dominique shopping for underwear at Target. But this morning I also had the feet of Mook in the sand with the Lesters. And it was all in the eyes of Pilar, but you couldn't see it. But the Satanist said, we see these eyes. But God said, Reese, I see. But the Satanist said, nobody will see us. We will get away in secret, they said. We will get away and nobody will see us, they said. As I had the Target breakthrough, technology breakthrough, before I went to Wendy's later on, after I got my hair dreaded. But I was really Coach Jones. And like, you have to think, the eyes of Pilar, the Malcolm X black hole bulges and seer system was one thing. But the albino 2009 Stingy was another. The seeing demons in the mirror, the Satanists wanted to make it official in 2019. But you couldn't see it in my eyes. But I look far different in the camera, even in 2007 and 1999. But I wasn't a Cameron in Uptown versus Christ Temple. The history of Uptown versus the history of Christ Temple. But the Satanists cried, we see him. But God said, Reese, I see. I see, and I will reward. But the Satanists said, nobody sees us. Nobody sees us, they said. We will get away with our eyes. We will get away with comparison between our eyes. Nobody sees us, they said. But God said, Reese, the same God of Baal and Rapunzel, they were saying, you see him? Look at how he looks. But they bulged his head out because they hated him. But I remember. But God said, no, Reese. I remember. And I remember everything that I promised you. And I will give it to you.